$6 in Adelaide. Here's your field. Sacred Falls, 1 for 3 for Chris. Well done to Chris getting the team here, and Sacred Falls comes off the hot form race, the Caulfield Stakes.
Yeah, it was a cold ride in that race from a bad draw. He charged home 11-4 last 200. Dominant Group 1 winner prior to that. Proven at this trip, Queen Elizabeth in Sydney last prep. Keeper.
Faulkner, he's won a Caulfield Cup this year. He's been set for a Cox Plate. He's proven himself as one of the premier weight for age horses of the country right now, and he was dominant in the Caulfield Stakes. Drawn to great advantage.
Yeah, look, he just had the right run, didn't he? But I love the way he pounced, put the race away in the Caulfield Stakes. He was only second up there. He has won a Caulfield Cup, so he'll be strong at 2040. I love his mix of class and courage, Bruce.
This Side Glance has been around in 16 consecutive Group 1 races. Side Glance, he's the horse you can see trailing the cleaner here. He ran 6th in the race last year, but he's had a better prep run for this, having run a Butte 3rd in the Caulfield Stakes.
Yeah, no win since the 2013 McKinnon, but he's run extremely well of late. He led 1:15, 1:13 first 1200 Caulfield Stakes. I doubt he gets that tempo here, but he's in the mix.
Last year's runner-up for Paul Bashara, Happy Trails. Here's Paul, and wish him the best of luck.
Well, Paul, good luck. We've seen history. You can be runner-up in this race and come back the next year and win. How does he settle up today?
Oh, he settles up beautiful. He's very well. He's in a very good place. He's happy, and so am I. I think he can win.
Nice and quiet today. We're going to ride him?
Oh, that's up to Damien. I don't tell Damien how to ride.
Well, the key is, I suppose, just getting him to settle, because we know he can at times get a little revvy.
Yeah, if he comes out, you just got to let him do what he wants to do. He'll run his race.
You look confident.
I feel confident.
Good luck, brother.
Thanks, guys.
Happy Trails. Number 5, Foreteller, 4th in the race last year. He just seems to be, that's about him at this highest level. Of course, he is a Group 1 performer. He needs a few things to go right here.
He was good in this last year, of course, charging late. He wasn't as good as Happy Trails. He was probably about the same as Happy Trails in the lead up to Caulfield Stakes. There were better runs, but he's a place open.
Here he is, the most popular horse in the race in the country, the cleaner, and Mickey Burles is with Richo.
Well, I'm joined by Mick Burles. Mick, well, we're all barracking for you, mate. How are you feeling at the moment?
Oh, cool as a cucumber.
You actually do look cool. You look like you've handled the week perfectly.
Oh, nothing to worry about. It's only another race. Don't worry about the money.
Okay, well, forget about you. What about the horse? How have you saddled him up today?
Oh, he's beautiful. I couldn't be happier.
We know the tactics.
Well, they won't change.
That's right. Do you think he can win?
Well, he'll be there. I'll put it that way. And whatever he does, I'll be happy with.
Good on you, Mick.
Thanks, mate.
What do you think, Gator? Put a sentiment aside. Analytical doctorates at form says.
Yeah, probably his career best runs a shade below, but look, he'll give a great side. His time when he won, of course, the JRA Cup, would have won 9 of the last 14 Cox Plates. He had the Cranbourne and Herbert Power Handicap winners behind him, so good luck.
His guest of honour, it was pretty plain when we saw him on debut. He probably needs more room, racing room.
Yeah, he finished the race off okay, but now steps up to weight for age and out to this trip. So there are queries. He's entitled to be a price.
David Payne's got the Derby winner criterion going here, just like Bone Crusher, good in the Caulfield Stakes.
That's right, trying to do what Bone Crusher did back in 1986. It was a long time ago, but I think you got the right horse here. How's the confidence level?
Look, he's very well, Jason. You can't get him better. He's going in the best we can get him. So now we've just got to hope it all falls into place.
What are the plans leading into this?
Well, look, I think there's going to be a lot of speed. So we don't want to get him out of his comfort zone. But I think James will have to work it. He might have to go a little bit earlier on him, because they seem to be hanging in front there. So
2,000 metres is the ideal distance for him?
Yeah, definitely.
Good luck.
Thank you.
What do you think about criterion?
He can win, I think. He was strong to the line in the Caulfield Stakes. He just missed Faulkner, of course. His last split, 11:34, was the fastest of the race and one of the day's fastest. He gets right on the back of Faulkner here. Strong speed suits him.
Next up here is Silent Achiever, Nash back aboard. Here's Roger James.
You get Nash back on board. How's the confidence level today?
Oh, look, it's hard to be confident going into a Cox Plate, especially with the form line we have, but I'm really happy with the mare, and I don't think she deserves the form line she's got.
Well, she did a sparkling piece of work on Tuesday morning. Inside it was Atmosphere who's come out and franked the form.
Yeah, although, he's still a maidener, so she needed to work okay beside of him, but look, fitness won't beat her. we're going to have a peach of a ride from Natch at 11 at the barrier, but he's up to it, and you know, I know he'll ride to her best, to show her best.
Well, most importantly, you thought on Tuesday that you've got her back to her absolute best physically.
Yes, I do.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So, yep.
Yeah, well, she needs to be at her best. Her best is highly competitive. As you know, she's beaten Itza Dundee, she's beaten Fiorente. On paper, her last couple, others have been better.
Royal Descent racing well without winning.
Yeah, 4 runs this prep, they've been terrific. 2040, probably ideal now. I think this surface will suit her as well. She should get a good suck run for Bossy off that strong speed and will be strong late.
Here's Adelaide, very adept galloper, who seems to be able to travel and get around tracks well. Form will measure up.
Looks a real talent. Badly held up, flew home last time. That was off a dominant Group 1 win in the Secretariat. I'll be surprised if he doesn't measure up.
Well, the 3-year-olds, let's have a look at AIDAN.
He did too much work on speed in the Caulfield Guineas and faded, could forgive that. Prior to that, was dominant over a recent winner, Moonee over Manhattan, who won 40 minutes ago. This high-pressure race with no weight, queries.
Swain S, a dour type. Is he going to handle the pressure with the winkers on today?
Yeah, that's another query, isn't it? He impressed in the gloaming, didn't he? And then suffered the first defeat last time. He was swamped by Hampton Court. He finished alongside First Seal. Quality horses.
And Wandjina profiling a little like last year's winner in Shamus Award off the Caulfield Guineas placing.
Yeah, I thought Shamus Award was better than him in the Guineas, but his late split was the fastest of that race. He does look suited 2040, and with this scale, has no weight.
Let's get your tips, and we don't want to miss them coming out of the tunnel onto the track.
Happy Trails comes in. Almalada's ready in the gates. Gay Waterhouse tempting her first. She's been placed many times before. Sacred Falls comes in. The favourite Faulkner goes in alongside Royal Descent. Here's Wandjina, one of the three-year-olds. Goes in for Dean Yendall. Criterion, the second favourite, is ready. James McDonald. Not too far away from a start now for the Weight for Age Championship of Australasia. Swainus moved up, and the globe-trotting Adelaide about to come along into his place, drawn near the outside. Side glance going in, ran such a good race last year. And the cleaner, the Lion of Longford, will be the last one to move in. Who will be the next champion of Australasia as the field is ready to go? Set. Sporting bet, Cox Plate, they're up. Happy Trails went up in the air. He's missed it badly down on the inside. Faulkner began well. Wandjina goes forward. Side glance got away quickly. Adelaide eases. The cleaner away fast on the outside. He's up there with Side glance, Almalad. And just off them, Faulkner. Here's the first turn coming up. And Wandjina, the 3-year-old, kicks up to hold the lead. Not for long, though, because the cleaner's on his mission out wide. Side glance up there with Almalad. He's still 3 wide. So the cleaner's still 4 deep past the 1600. And Faulkner gets a lovely trail off that leading quartet. He's in 5th placing. In front of Forteller and Royal Descent. 2 lengths away then Guest of Honour, Silent Achiever, Happy Trails, Criterion. They're followed by Sacred Falls back on the inside, and then Swainess and Adelaide is a length and a half last of all. Out past the 1200, the cleaner did a lot of work, but he's found his favoured role. He leads a length and a half. Elmalad is second. Side glance is third, a length and a half to Wandjina. 2.5 lengths away then Forteller, who's on the inside of Faulkner. Then 2 lengths away Royal Descent on the outside of Silent Achiever. A further 2 lengths further back in the field came Happy Trails, who's over on the rails. There's Swainess, or rather Adelaide, starting a move around the outside now as they go to the 800 metres, and then Guest of Honour, Sacred Falls, Criterion, and Swainess is now back last. So the cleaner, this is where he puts his foot down, and he leads by 2.5. Arnold winding it up in the Cox Plate. From in second placing, Wandjina around the outside of Almalad. Here comes Faulkner with his run, followed by Side Glance. Back behind those horses then Silent Achiever starting to thread away through the field with Royal Descent, and Adelaide's on a mission around the outside. He's coming with a swooping run now to the home turn. The cleaner joined by Wangener and Faulkner. Adelaide continuing his resolute run around Silent Achiever and then side glance. Faulkner first for the judge. Adelaide ran to second from Silent Achiever and side glance. 100 metres to go. It's Faulkner tackled by Adelaide. Silent Achiever's coming home well. Adelaide, Faulkner. Adelaide on the outside in front, and Adelaide has won the Cox Plate from a lineup. Faulkner's there with side glance for Teller. Happy Trails all in photo finishes. Close up a Silent Achiever. Just behind them is the cleaner, followed then by Swayness and Wangener. Royal Descent, Sacred Falls never came into the race. AIDAN is a long second last, and just about to walk past the post, pulled up virtually, is Guest of Honour.
It's an international victory, and it goes to the powerful Coolmore operation for Aidan O'Brien and Ryan Moore. This horse who started his life on the racetrack a year ago at Leopardstown on wet ground, winning a maiden, wins his Cox Plate in Australia for Ryan Moore in cracking time. 2:3.76, just 2/10 outside Martin Power's record. That's how hard they went. They went the first 1200 in 1:14.71. A truly exciting race. They've lined up behind here. Adelaide, winner of the Cox Plate. There was no place for the loafing or to lie down here. A spectacular victory, Gator. We'll get the placing shortly. A heap of good runs and some hard luck tails, but it goes Adelaide's way.
Worthy of its title, Bruce. Australia's greatest race, just about, isn't it? Certainly Australia's greatest weight for age race. And Adelaide sustains a run of about 1,000 metres as a Northern Hemisphere 3-year-old with 56 kilos. That's an outstanding win. Faulkner every chance will get the second. Further photo for third. 11 and 2 confirmed. And the winning rider, Ryan Moore, will catch up with Sam. Alrighty, $8.23. Faulkner gets second. Silent Achiever will get third in a return to form. 11, 2 and 9 numbers confirmed for the Cox Plate. Bruce mentioned the time, 2:03.76. They're 0.2 off outside Martin Power's course record, and he has sustained a run that horses don't sustain. They don't sustain that sort of tempo for a long period of time, and gets over the top of them. Real blanket finish outside of the winner. Faulkner, as I say, every chance, but rock solid. He gave his all. He just found one better on the day. And Silent Achiever, back to her best, was terrific today. Fourth in was the 3 side glance in an extremely busy finish. A real blanket go to the 2014 Cox Plate. 11, 2, 9 and 3. Full numbers confirmed. And an international victory to the Northern Hemisphere 3-year-old. A terrific effort. Just his 8th start, his 4th win. He's coming off a Group 1 win at Arlington 2 starts ago. And they took off a long way from home. Clear air. He just kept coming and coming.